I wanted to share with the council, thank you for letting us come and share what we've been doing over the past year. I want to share some accomplishments that has happened from January of 2024 to August of 2025. Employment and opportunity. We are grateful for the following employers and partners who have created a meaningful opportunity for our residents. Restaurants and services like Chick-fil-A, Cookout, Cracker Barrel, McDonald's, Zaxby's, Waffle House, retail and hospitality like Broad Street Cafe, the Dario, Pet Supply, Roses, Slumberland, Motel, Comfort Inn and Suites, community and staffing agencies that have awarded jobs like Goodwill, Hyatt Quest, Staff Mark, and OCAD. Industries and public services like Flex, formerly Husqvarna, Orangeburg County School District, Sodexo, Vocational Rehab, Department of Rehabilitation Department, J&J Residential and Care Facility, MUSC Orangeburg, the Courage Center, Motel 6. Some of our resident success over the last year. We had 212 residents that have increased income through employment, unemployment benefits, and Social Security benefits, Veterans Affairs, and child support. We've had 240 residents that have received extended non-paid cash benefits such as SNAP, WIC, TANF, Medicaid, Medicare. 290 residents secure safe and stable living arrangements. We've had 230 residents that have gained access to job placement and training programs. We've had 212 residents secure health care coverage. Agency's accomplishment. In that time frame from January of 2024 to August of 2025, we've had over 549 residents that have stayed at the shelter. Of that, 206 were men, 230 were women, and 59 were children. The average length of stay is 4 to 5 months. Residents profile, the average is around the age of 55. Most have limited or no income or employment ability skills. Many experience emotional challenges and substance abuse. There has been a 60% increase in our residents receiving shelter in 2024 compared to 2023. Community support over the last year. 500 donors has contributed financial support. 63 businesses, 30 faith-based organizations, 220 individuals provided in-kind donation. 57 new volunteers have joined our mission to serve. Thank you. Before I get up, I would like for our volunteers, staff, and some of our residents to stand so you can see next to Samaritan House what it is today.
Thank you so much, Mr. Miller, and thank you, Ms. Jamison, and we certainly appreciate the job you're doing, and we realize the need in the community.
My name is Jerry French. I'm very thankful to be a part of reopening the Samaritan House and a current board member. I'm associate pastor at First Baptist Church in Orangeburg, and just to add hopefully some rationale and credibility to me standing here, I am the 2022 recipient of the Orangeburg Character Award, Citizen of the Year Award for 2022. And I served as a character coach under Buddy Pugh for his years of football at South Carolina State University. And I'm very thankful for that. I'm going to try my best to beat the clock. To the 7 of you here tonight, I would like for you to consider 3 questions. If you need to write them down, please do so, because you will not answer them tonight, and I ask that you don't. The first question would be, do you know of another organization in Orangeburg County that provides the type of services that the Samaritan House of Orangeburg provides? The second question would be, you as individuals, the 7 of you individually, have you spent any time coming to the Samaritan House, walking inside the door, visiting with the staff, visiting with Henry Miller, and visiting with the residents to hear about the successes of the Samaritan House from the residents themselves and what it means for them to be a part of what happens at the Samaritan House. And the third question would be for you as the council, how much time do you really spend together collectively making a decision with knowledge and understanding of what you provide to the Samaritan House, not in a single year, what we need and hope you will provide year over year? Those are 3 questions. And then my request would be that each one of you individually come to the Samaritan House. Walk the sidewalk. Walk around the building. Go inside. And as you do that, we open with prayer tonight. That prayer has to mean something. That's the only reason we offer it to the Lord, is for it to mean something. If it doesn't mean anything, let's don't do it. And so I would ask that as you walk the grounds of the Samaritan House, and you pray, and you consider the questions that I have asked just moments ago, that then you come back together, and only then you come back together as a group and discuss timely, needing to know the right answer. The scripture tells us that the effectual, fervent prayer of righteous people availeth much. And we have to believe that again. If we don't, we're wasting our time. The Samaritan House is the only one, I'm going to answer that question for you, to provide the type of services that we provide to not only Orangeburg County, but the 3 surrounding counties, Orangeburg, Calhoun, and Bamberg County. And you would be hard-pressed to find anyone else that does that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. French. We appreciate it. Anyone else? Thank you so very much. We will close the public comments section of our meeting. We'll go into our regular meeting. And the first item on the agenda is a presentation from the Orangeburg County School District Superintendent Dr. Sean Foster.
Good evening, Councilman Wright, members of the council. I'll wait for the presentation to come up, but when as they bring that up, I want to take an opportunity. First of all, thank you for allowing us the opportunity to come to do something I think we need to do on a more regular basis, and that is to give this community an update as to what's going on in our schools and the great things that are happening for students here in Orangeburg County School District. But as always, I don't travel alone. I'm not that brave. I brought a whole team of individuals who work tirelessly each and every day to make sure that we provide a high-quality educational experience for all children. So with me today, I have Dr. Bernard Frost, my Assistant Superintendent for Instruction, Dr. Erica Taylor, Assistant Superintendent for Communications, Business and Community Partnerships, Ms. Gail Sanders, she's Assistant Superintendent for Finance, so she's the money lady. Dr. Callaway is Assistant Superintendent for Student Services, Mr. Holliday is Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Dr. Jesse Washington is Assistant Superintendent for Operations. And I see Keith Terry back there as well. He's our Director of Transportation, so he's mayor and former board member, Reverend Brown. So thank you guys for being here as well. And former board member, Reverend Brown. So thank you guys for being here as well. How do I get this presentation up?
It's coming, just 1 second.
All right. Well, while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and recognize Miss Portier. She's been outstanding to work with, getting this whole opportunity together. So thank you. With that being said, well, as they're pulling it up, our theme this year was building capacity, sustaining success. And with that effort, it means something. Here in Orangeburg, we want to make sure that people know that we have great individuals with a lot of talent, but we want to build them to be the best individuals, but also maintain the successes that we have. So here's what Orangeburg County looks like here. We have about 10,000 students now. You see the number of employees classified and certified. We have 28 schools. If you recall, that's down from 32 schools. With the consolidation and building of new schools, we're trying to be more efficient and good stewards of taxpayer dollars. We have an 86% poverty rate in our school district. 17 municipalities are served here. We travel, and I mentioned Mr. Terry, 1.8 million miles a year, with about 85% of our students who ride a school bus to and from school, and we do that fairly safely. 17 languages. We have a 79.3 graduation rate, which I'm happy whenever we can say the new stuff, when it's not embargoed, that number we've seen increase. We have 9 magnet programs, actually 10 that I'll talk about shortly. But $41 million of scholarship money were earned with our graduating class of a little over 600 students. So that number is significant because last year was 19 million. So I want to put that in perspective. And finally, all of our schools are Title I schools. I'm going down. I'm trying to. You can advance it for Ms. Porti.
Okay, no problem.
So everything in Orangeburg County School District is wrapped up in our mission. So those of you who do not know it, our mission is to help students discover and develop their person, purpose, and platform. I can tell it to you. We read it every single day just like the Pledge of Allegiance. We want our students to know who they are. We want to also have them identify what's that one thing they feel like they've been put on this earth to do. And then we want to give them a platform so they can show their independence. And it's done by 4 A's: academics, arts, athletics, and activities. And you'll see how we have filtered this into our strategic plan throughout the activities and the operations of every single thing we do in the school district. Next slide, please. So again, I mentioned this, building capacity, sustaining success 2.0. This is the second year that we focused on this, and we use this as our focus here. And then I'll explain to you why. Next slide. So I talked about the 4 A's. We're going to start with academics. So here's just a brief, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Here in Orangeburg County School District, we have 4 piano labs that we have in our schools, starting in elementary all the way through high school. We have opened a brand new state-of-the-art music sound production studio where students in middle school are beginning to take sound engineering classes, and we look to open up our second one in high school at the beginning of next year. I see one of our little babies back there shaking her head because she's in the class, and they love it. I've been over there and seen some things that they have created, and it's amazing. We have 3 broadcasting studios. Just did a documentary just last week at Claflin Theater about the TV broadcasting studios and the impact that it's having on students' lives for those students who are in our broadcasting and journalism magnet pathway. We have STEM labs. We have 2 robotics labs, 2 aviation labs here in Orangeburg County, and I'll talk a little bit about that because we had the opportunity and was asked by Congressman Clyburn to present to the Appropriations Committee out of Washington, D.C. on our drone aviation program that we're beginning and how that's impacting workforce development for students. But we also have 3 esports labs, and I'll talk a little bit about that as well and how that translates into workforce skills for our students. Next slide. So here's a short video that kind of gives you an overview of what our students, specifically in our drone aviation programs and our esports programs, are getting access to. And I'll show you how these 2 tie together briefly, but if you hit play. And I'll talk you through some of this as it speaks. It's only a 1-minute video. But as we presented to the Appropriations Committee, we want to make sure that our students, as we look at our needs assessments and what jobs and careers and what skills students need, we're providing hands-on activities. So what you see here are the airplane simulators that exist in 3 separate technology centers that we have in Orangeburg County School District. Students here not only can get the training, but they actually get hours towards their pilot's license, but also can get their FAA 107 drone certification. We have 4 students who already have their certification and are certified to fly drones. So the next step is to hopefully put those students into internship opportunities. As I spoke to the city, they have a drone, but I'm not necessarily sure if they have anybody that can fly. Well, we do. And it's temporary female. That's probably one of the best you'll find. But you'll see those are the opportunities. You saw esports as well. So here's why esports is important. We did a survey from the FAA and the air traffic controllers, 14,000 of them. About 4,300 of them will retire in the next 2 years. They're actively recruiting individuals who have gaming skills to fill those positions. So we want to make sure we're tricking our students into a career. I thought playing video games was going to be the death of me with my 9th grade son, but maybe it's going to turn out to pay his bills. Next slide, please. But also real life opportunities. If you hadn't seen our food truck, as part of our culinary arts program, we want to expose students to food truck enterprise. No longer is it just brick and mortar buildings for students who are doing restaurants. So these are opportunities for us to have a presence but not only the preparation of food, but the interaction with the community and customers. Those soft skills that many employees are looking for, they'll get through this. So you'll see this food truck if you hadn't already seen it out and about. They had a great opening where they cooked for the community at the district office. They were just at the back to school bash that the sheriff's office had, so you'll see this truck. But this is a state-of-the-art truck with all types of opportunities for our students in our culinary arts programs. Next slide. We talked about academics as well. So we have our Gifted and Talented program, which translates into our magnet program. So we have a number of magnet programs. At East Lake, we have our STEAM magnet program. At Edisto Elementary, we have our Baja program. That's our broadcasting and journalism program, where I spoke about earlier, where these students in the 3rd grade start out learning about broadcasting and journalism. And we teach the standards through these mechanisms. The same thing happens at the middle school, at Carver Edisto Middle School. And we've moved that now and opened up the new studio at Edisto High School as well. But we have Marshall, which is our stage. That's our arts program, where we opened up our music studio. We have our piano labs. We have our traditional visual arts program as well. But we're trying to make sure we integrate next generation technology into the arts. But you can see there in our Orangeburg Advanced College, I want to touch base on that. That's our magnet program where students in the 9th grade begin to take college credits. Half of their day is spent at the college, half of their day is spent at their high school. This year we graduated our first cohort. Of those 15 students, 5 of them graduated with 2 associate degrees. I'm gonna take a proud daddy moment. My daughter was one of them. But we had an opportunity to track those students. And some are USC. My daughter's at Clark Atlanta University in Atlanta. Some are at Georgia Southern, Clemson. All these students transferred in as juniors. Some taking up to 90 credits. USC took 90 credits for one young lady and 80, but the vast majority of them took 60 plus credits to college, which is a great savings for parents. Next slide. Activities. We've done a lot. We had 3 of our students that came out of Clark Middle School. They were the first place national gold winners in the Skills USA competition. Just to put that in context, that is the largest workforce development competition in the world. The top 3 middle school gold winners came out of Clark Middle School. So that talks about how our teachers are preparing our kids. And chapter display was what they won. But 27,000 students across the country competed. And Orangeburg County still has right now the first place, and that's major. We had 2 students that won, or that are now National Beta Club winners. One of those students currently is the 2-time National Beta Club speech champion in Armani John, back-to-back speech champion. So there are a lot of things students are doing, not just on the local level, but also on the national level. But also, Claflin was generous enough to give our students who won their school level oratory competitions $20,000 scholarships. Now, these are 4th graders. These are 4th graders. So it speaks volumes. Next slide. Let's talk about the arts. We had our first district honors choir. Last year we were able to give about $800,000 in new band instruments to our students. Just last week we had a benefactor that gave North Middle High School 210 brand new band uniforms. That's a 6-figure investment. It's about $400 to $700 for one band uniform, and also band instruments as well. We had 4 students that participated in the state honor choir with students across the state, and we've had our 5th consecutive district-wide summer arts academy, and hopefully next year we'll continue that, so we give those students who are gifted in the arts an opportunity to have their platform and display their individual genius. Next slide. And athletics. 100% of our athletic programs receive funding through a vote from our school board for new uniforms. But not only that, we've been able to support them in equipment and other areas as well. We have 100% access through a partnership with MUSC to athletic trainers for our students to make sure that they're safe. Our sports team advanced, 5 of our sports teams advanced to regional, state championships, and we had our first district-wide, actually 2nd district-wide track competition here that was hosted at Lake Marion High School. Next slide. Now get into some things that individuals are most interested in. We've opened up 3 new facilities in a short period of time. This is since this community entrusted us with a $190 million bond referendum. But also we're able to get another $40 million donation from the State Department of Education that's going to help us build the new elementary school across from South Carolina State on the corner of Chestnut and Belleville. We replaced 2005 of our HVAC units, and we continue to replace those. We have 6 new AstroTurf fields, amongst other things, to enhance the athletics for our students as well. Next slide. And facility upgrades. I talked about the $190 million bond referendum that you guys are aware of. This not only allows us to align the student population with our facility capacities, but also build new, innovative, and state-of-the-art facilities for students with the infrastructures to give them the next generation education. Next slide. So we opened up Lake Marion Middle. This is a wing we added on to Lake Marion High School and turned that facility into a 6th through 12th grade facility, closing down Holly Hill Roberts and bringing the middle school students over from Ellery. So now this is a 6th through 12th grade facility, which gives our middle school students access to high school courses because they're on the same campus. So if they have to take an Algebra 1 and English 1, they can walk across the hall and do those things. But also we have a band. So our middle school students can now start to interact and build the band and the fine arts programs, which they didn't have back in 2019. Next slide. And William J. Clark. This transition has gone extremely well. I know the community has some concerns about bringing Howard and Clark together, but I'll tell you, if you go in that facility, you'll see a completely changed facility, but our students now have access to all the same programs. It was malpractice, in my opinion, for me to say a student here at Clark could get this, but 2 miles down the road, a student couldn't get it. Now all students have access to those programs and those opportunities here in this facility, but also it gave us an opportunity to do some things operationally. We can get some of the cars off of Boulevard Street. I call it Malfunction Junction, by adding that loop as well. But the small things, that William J. Clark sign, no one ever realized that that school never had his name on it. There was nowhere on that building. We put that there. So you just ride by, you think those things aren't important, but we finally get to put a name on the building, and that's small. Next slide. And we'll just show you hit play, and we'll just show you kind of what that facility looks like. And right now we have approaching around 900 students in this facility, but we've been able to add the programs, the extracurricular activities for these students so that they can have a high quality educational experience. Next slide. And East Lake Elementary School, you can go to the next slide. East Lake is the new school we built in the eastern part of the county. This is what that school looks like. You can go ahead and hit play. So this school will be the same school that's going to be sitting on the corner of Chestnut and Belleville in December of 2026. This is a smaller version of that facility. I tell you, this has been one of the, in my opinion, best laid out elementary schools, not because I was part of it, but because I can stand there and you can see the function and operation and the pride that it brings to our students. Not only this facility is state-of-the-art inside, but the playgrounds are all AstroTurf. Playgrounds, same thing will happen here at our schools. Again, so our students have pride, but also making sure that we're not building a dinosaur, we're building next generation schools for our students. Next slide. And again, this is what the new Howard Elementary School will look like. And what we did is took the same design, but we wanted the color scheme to represent that of the old Wilkinson High School, but also have some association to South Carolina State and the colors there. So that's why you see the variation in brick colors there. This school, again, will have about 10 additional classrooms, bigger than the East Lake High School. And eventually this school will serve students from Whitaker, Brookdale, and Mellersham School. So we're excited. This next slide, and I'll show you the progress if you haven't driven down there. And this is an old slide. I think it's almost gone now. But here's what that corner looks like. They've already began to dig footings out there as well. You can't really see them yet, but they're still demoing and now starting to build at the same time. So if you can imagine the image we just showed you sitting on that corner, the front of the school will be facing Chestnut. So right now, there's only one small little piece of the last wing left. The rest of the building has been demolished, and the building pad has been put in completely. If you want to go ahead and skip to the next slide. And finally, the big one, Orangeburg Wilkinson High School. If you haven't driven down Cook Road, you see something that it looks like a pretty nice size facility, but they're making extremely good progress on this. Next slide, please. And I want to take you guys an opportunity to see. This was as of Friday, what the contractor sent me. And they give me an area view every week of the progress that they're making, but this was as of Friday. About 2/3, and probably a little more than 2/3 of the building already has the roof on it. They're starting to install windows in the cafeteria as well. This is what you see there is the main entrance, and actually you'll see at the end of the slide where they've put the steel up there, and that's us driving around. DPU again has been a great partner. They're putting in secondary power already. They're already starting to paint inside the building as well, putting the first coat of paint on the inside, as you can see, of the facility as well. That's the cafeteria. And that's a picture of the media center. That's the main stairway when you come into the main part of the building. That's the main entrance, that's all glass. That's the gym. The gym holds between 3,500 to 3,800 students, and that's the large gym. The small gym holds about 600 to 800 as well. Move to the next slide. In closing, just a finance update. This year we passed a $160 million budget. That's with no tax increase at all. We increased our fund balance. I know about 4 years ago we had dropped down to $7 million. We've been able to, through good stewardship of our finance department, increase our fund balance to $43.2 million. We've had 3 years consecutive clean audits, and we anticipate a 4th year of clean audits as well. So hats off to our finance department for being good stewards of taxpayers' dollars. Next slide. And finally, recruitment. This is an issue across the country, but we're happy to say that we have been strategic and intentional about how we are addressing this. We've been able to give employee retention bonuses for 4 years in a row. And again, when you're good stewards of your dollars, you can then give that money back to your employees, which makes them happy, and hopefully they stay and or recruit other folks to come. We have currently right now 2 certified vacancies in the entire school district. 2. We got here in 2020, it was 127 vacancies. So hats off to our HR department, who's been intentional in their efforts there. Last year we had 6 student teachers that signed contracts from Claflin and or South Carolina State, again trying to keep those individuals here in our local communities. We have 19 teachers who have already received their national board certification, and about 73 that are in the pipeline to try and get there. They're doing one of the 4 sections as we speak. Next slide. And finally, communications. This is where I believe we've made a huge gain, and it's telling our story. Our communications department, right now, we won 23 awards and been nominated for 23 awards, both locally, state, and nationally as well, just for the things we're doing and how we communicate. 100% of our schools have visitor check-in systems. We've done 1,400 video or media appearances somewhere. There's not a day that goes by now that someone doesn't email and say, can y'all talk to us about this? What you think about this? Well, how is Orangeburg doing that? But also, student ID refresh. We had 100%, because this is important. And people think that it's just an ID, but it's bigger than that. If you go around, our students are wearing their IDs because from a safety perspective, being able to readily identify students, who they are, where they belong, is huge in a crisis. We've been through that. So again, we continue to make sure that that's something we focus on. Next slide. And if you scan this QR code here, you have the opportunity to sign in onto our link tree. This will give you access to all of our social media platforms. Anything we send out, we encourage everyone to please log on, sign up, and you will automatically get things so we can get the word out to tell the great things that are happening here in Orangeburg County School District. Thank you, members of the council, for allowing me the opportunity to come speak and give you an update on what's going on in the school district. I'll take any questions that you may have.
I'm impressed, very impressed, and I'm glad to see that we are having the new school. I was out there today, you said as of Friday. I was out there today, and I want to take your thunder on this one. Please, if you graduated from Wilkinson, go and sign the beam. And I did just that, and I added my classmates who were not here, and then one girl called me from out of Macon, Georgia, and she was talking to me. I said, girlfriend, I said, let me add your name onto the beam. I did the beam thing, yes. So please sign the beam. It's a beautiful white, as soon as you drive on there, it's to the left, a large beam that they're going to put up in the school.
We're going to have it's the last beam that we're going to put on the roof of the building on Thursday. So please go and sign it, or sign your parents. I go out there every day and I meet somebody new. I met Miss Terry, Miss Connie Terry, and she rode around and I never met her before. Yes. So I meet somebody new every time I'm out there. Please go out there. 12 o'clock tomorrow is the deadline. So please go out there before lunchtime tomorrow, because they're going to move it so they can prepare the beam to be hung. And it'll be the last beam that's hung on that facility.
Is that going to be on the front where everybody can see it, or just where will it be stationed?
It's going to be hung on the front, but you won't be able to see it once the building's completed, because they're going to actually paint the beam. And it'll be too high, and it's behind some things, but we know it's there.
Oh. See our names up there.
And that's why Miss Fraser,
I wrote mine.
Miss, you wrote hers pretty big too.
Yes, I did. Yes.
But I'm more than happy to answer any questions that the council may have. Thank you guys for the opportunity.
Yeah, Dr. Frost, I have one question for you. How you doing, sir?
Yes, sir.
You're doing an excellent job. I just didn't hear anything about Branchville, North, HKT. I saw the rest of the schools in there. And I was kind of wondering where they at.
They were actually included in that. Those 6 turf fields, those individuals, they may not have gotten a new school, but the HVAC units, all those things, we've ensured that all those schools got what they needed. Sometimes people mistaken that everybody has to get the same thing, but everybody wasn't in need of the same thing. So we've looked at Branchville, their field, we've redone their basketball courts, the HVAC, they've been painted, we've done new flooring. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are a lot of other things that have gone on throughout all the schools to ensure that we bring them up to the same standard. Those schools who were just beyond repair, then obviously we have to make the wise decision to put a new facility there.
Yes, I have no problem with that. I was just wondering about those schools because I know the North is North.
No.
We're talking about HKT, but you was talking about the facilities, not the school itself. I mean, you were saying that's one thing you do.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And they have programs as well. So all of those things exist. Again, you'll be here for a long time, but I can go down all of it, and we'll be here till tomorrow.
No, sir. I appreciate if you don't, okay?
Yes, sir.
Any other comments?
And I just recognized, I saw Miss Omer walk in, and I wanted to recognize her and one of our board members as well. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Foster, and your team, staff, teachers, others, everybody who's involved.
One last thing, we have coffee with the superintendent tomorrow at Dunkin' Donuts off of North Road. So basically this is once a month where we will invite the community members out just to have a conversation on how we can continue to work together. This is not a gripe session, this is a place to come in and say, hey, here's what's going on in the schools, how can we help? But over some free coffee and donuts, the Dunkin' Donut has committed to sponsoring. They sponsor all free coffee, all free donuts. So 9 o'clock tomorrow, if you don't have anything to do, we're going to be at the Dunkin' Donuts site. We had a great coffee with the superintendent at HKT last month.
I still have my cup, yes.
Okay. So, and we'll be going around the county every single month. And then Dunkin' Donuts will do the teacher lounge takeover where they will pick a school and we will then give all free coffee, donuts to those teachers for that day or that week. Again, just to show individuals we appreciate them.
I'm glad you clarified you're going around the county.
We're going around the county.
Should be in trouble if you didn't.
Thanks, sir, Mr. Chairman.
And this is 9 a.m. tomorrow, is that?
9 a.m. tomorrow.
So you're gonna let us know when the next one's gonna be?
I got it on my calendar, but we'll, and it's gonna be at Dunkin' Donuts again, I believe. And then we have actually an entity down in the east, but Chairman Wright asked us if we were interested in coming and having a session there, so we'll probably have a session at that location as well. But we'll get the dates out to you.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
I don't get up until 10 o'clock, so I'll
Next.
get up in the morning for a free donut and some coffee. Yes, I'll be there tomorrow in the morning.
Everybody finished?
I'd like to say thank you all for coming. We certainly appreciate it. And Dr. Foster, please keep it up. And let's stay visible out in the community, because a lot of folks say, oh no, he's not out in the community. Yes, you are.
And Dr. Foster, don't wait to do a presentation, just come to regular meetings.
Then I'll get 3 minutes.
No, just come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not speak, but just come.
All right.
And Dr. Brunson, we're glad to see you here with your grandbaby.
Wipe out.
Okay, the next item, okay.
That's where we at.
Now, I know we I'm trying to get this sketch. So the next item on the agenda is item number 2, which is the ordinance and the proclamation, recognizing on members of the South Carolina State Guard and National Preparedness Month of September 2025, and I yield to Councilwoman Cooper Smith to read that for me, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. State of South Carolina, County of Orangeburg, proclamation. Thank you. Proclamation recognizing and honoring the members of the South Carolina State Guard and National Preparedness Month, September 2025. Whereas September is observed as National Preparedness Month to raise awareness about the importance of preparing for emergencies and to build resilience before disasters strike. And whereas counties, municipalities throughout South Carolina have been affected by a variety of disasters and emergencies, including ice storms, flooding, earthquakes, hurricanes, and the COVID-19 pandemic. And whereas the residents of Orangeburg County deeply appreciate the protection that the South Carolina State Guard has provided to the citizens of this great state for more than 350 years. And whereas authorized by the South Carolina Code of Laws, the State Guard is a professional military organization and component of the South Carolina Military Department, which supports a variety of critical functions of the state, county, and municipal governments, such as providing disaster relief assistance to communities and local first responder organizations. And whereas the South Carolina State Guard traces its earliest manifestation to the formation of the Charleston Militia In 1670, the colony's first military organization protecting the residents in earliest days from pirates, foreign invaders, and Native American raids. And whereas throughout the Revolutionary War, State Guard played a pivotal role in recapturing the South from British control with leaders such as Francis Marion, the Swamp Fox, Thomas Sumter, the Gamecock, and Andrew Pickens, the Wizard Owl, and additionally played key roles in later conflicts as early as the 19th century, battle against Spanish in Florida, the Mexican War, and the Spanish-American War. And whereas the State Guard is organized as an armored brigade under the leadership of the commander and is comprised of the command staff, the chief of staff section, the professional services command, the 1st Civilian Support Brigade, which is further divided into 3 battalions. Battalions are divided into companies which correspond to the boundaries of the 6 regions of the South Carolina Emergency Management Division. And whereas the State Guard trains new members at the McCrawley Training Center in Eastover to provide a number of services: search and rescue operations, medical support, legal and engineering expertise, chaplain and counseling services, directing distribution of supplies, providing military funeral honors to veterans, executive governmental affairs that serves as a liaison to the governor's office and the legislature, as well as building relationships with military and civic organizations across the state. And whereas when serious natural or man-made disasters strike the South Carolina, the State Guard provide boots on the ground with the mission to swiftly respond, safeguarding people and property, and to aid community recovery in coordination with the National Guard, law enforcement, and other state, county, and municipal agencies. And whereas the State Guard is a part of South Carolina Military Department and directed by the Adjutant General, and its Commander-in-Chief is the Governor of the state of South Carolina. Now therefore, Orangeburg County Council does hereby proclaim September 2025 as National Preparedness Month in Orangeburg County. Orangeburg County Council recognizes and honors the members of the South Carolina National Guard and commends their all-volunteer force who nobly provides aid during times of disaster, who shares a passion and strong commitment to their fellow South Carolinians, and who embodied the spirit of National Preparedness Month, proclaimed on this 15th day of September 2025. Johnny Wright, Chair, Attest Connie Potee, date September 15, 2025.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, Ms. Cooper Smith, for reading that. Could I get a motion and a second to pass the proclamation as read?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Lawrence Frazier, second by Mr. Castor, that we pass that proclamation that just has been read. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. The next item on the agenda is item 2, which is a 3rd reading. We have 2 3rd reading ordinance. Item number 2 is an ordinance amending the Orangeburg County Code of Ordinance, Chapter 6, Building and Building Regulations, Article 4, Technical Codes, Section 6.14, 6.14.1, and 614.2 to provide for the adoption of the technical codes, building permit rates, demolition rates, house building, moving rates, and temporary signs, and Article 8, manufacturing modular homes, Section 694.1, prerequisites to licensing of manufacturing home. I'll yield to the county attorney to give a summary of those who may not have been at the first 2 readings.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
This is the type of ordinance that we pass every several years. The state of South Carolina requires that if the county government wants to enforce building codes, that there are only certain building codes it can choose from, including the version. And those versions change every couple of years. And so beginning January 1st of 2026, in order for the county to enforce building codes, it has to adopt the updated versions. And that is what the majority of this particular ordinance is about. And the second thing is there's been a request to increase one fee that has to do with mobile homes. Stuart Haig, who building codes, that's one of the topics that come under his supervision. If you have any questions, he is here and can address those.
Thank you so much, Madam Attorney. Counsel, do you have any questions for Mr. Haig?
Yes, I do. Yeah, just exactly why are the fees being increased?
It has to do with the tax decal that the county issues, the yellow decal. We were charging $5 per. The cost of that decal has risen significantly, and it's just a cost adjustment to cover the cost of purchasing the decals.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Stuart. Could I get a motion second to pass that?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Garvin, second by Mr. McAllister, that we pass the ordinance that has been explained by Mr. Haig and the county attorney. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, motion's carried. Item number 3 is an ordinance authorizing amendment of Chapter 13, Article 2 of the Orangeburg County Code of Ordinance titled Orangeburg County Waste Tire Policy to align the same with the 2025 amendment of the South Carolina Code, Section 44-96-170E and F, relating to waste tires and other related matters, including identification of the sole site in county for collection of waste tires and restriction applicable to waste tire haulers, tire retailers, and automobile dismantler. Could I, Madam Attorney, could you give a summary for those who may not have been to that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. This is an interim change to an ordinance that was passed many years ago. The state legislature did some adjustments to the statute under which we enacted this ordinance. And we wanted to be in compliance with that. But in doing that review, it's come to the county's attention that there are some things that we could do to tighten up the way waste tires come into the county's possession, so we don't get stuck with a lot of them that we can't then pass on to processing plants. And so this interim piece, as council considers, continues to study the waste tire situation in the county and make adjustments. These two interim changes are, the first one is to eliminate allowing waste tires to be dropped off at the convenience sites. There was one small exception to taking them to the landfill under the old policy, and that allowed individuals such as you or I to take a sedan tire, up to 15 a year, to convenience sites. There are so many tires coming in at those convenience sites that they way outstrip the population of the county. So we think that there's probably other folks who are dropping off tires there. And that's why we're asking that those tires be taken to the landfill. And of course, the other reason is that in this day and time, most of us don't take our own tires to the landfill. We leave them with whoever changes the tire out, and they're the ones who change them. And the second point, gosh, let me think. Oh, we were here this afternoon. First was the convenience. Oh, and the second point is, if there is a facility within 30 miles of our landfill that takes the tires for actual processing and disposal, they would no longer be left at our landfill. We would direct those folks to the processing facility, and that would be for big tire haulers, such as waste tire haulers, which is 15 or more in a truckload, new tire dealers, and auto dismantlers. And we understand that between 8 and 9 miles from our landfill, there should soon be a facility that is perfectly suitable for people to take those tires to. By people, I mean those businesses, as part of a business expense to go 8 miles further, so that they don't stop at our landfill, then we have to store them, then we have to transport them. It just eliminates one of the steps. So those are the two interim steps that we're taking. And when we get to the Public Works Committee meeting, we'll talk about where we are going forward.
Thank you so much, Madam Attorney. Any questions for her?
Yes. At our last meeting, we talked about the tires. I live on Highway 400, and on my way going home, someone placed 6 huge tires beside the road. And I had to call and have them to come and remove the tires. And I said, they must have come to the meeting and saw to it, well, we're gonna fix her. And there were these tires, huge, I think they were 18-wheeler tires, beside the road.
Well, and let me follow up on that.
Mhm.
At this time, there is no one who is accepting those tires that from us.
Mhm.
So if they took them to our landfill, we can't get rid of them. And there are state laws about how many pounds and how many tires you can have out there. So somebody's got a tractor trailer tire, they need to be taking it to a processing facility as part of their business expenses. And if they don't, they get reported, and hopefully somebody will see them doing that.
Well, let's hope
They
so.
get a ticket.
Can I get a motion a second to pass item number 3 as explained?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Moved by Mr. Frazier and second by Mr. Ravenel that we pass item 3. All in favor, please, aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? The ayes have it, motion is passed. Item 4 is for the consideration of a request from KRM Land LLC to rezone property on 5 Chop Road in Santee, South Carolina. Tax map number 0308-00-06-003 from Commercial General District to Business Industrial District. Mr.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Planning Commission met on July 9, 2025 to discuss the recommendation of this request from KRM LLC to rezone the property. They're requesting to go from business industrial for the purpose, from commercial general to business industrial for the purpose of a concrete batch plant. The site is made up of one parcel that's 5.7 acres. The lot has primary access from 5 Chop Road. The adjacent property owners were notified via U.S. mail about the upcoming Planning Commission meeting. They were given the opportunity to submit their comments electronically via email, call directly by phone, or submitting in writing to the planning director or attend the meeting in person. There were 0 citizens that expressed their support. There were 5 citizens that expressed opposition. Planning Commission is presenting this to you with a 5-1 approval.
Thank you so much, Mr. Administrator. Any questions? Can I get a motion, a second for third and final reading on this item?
So moved, Mr. Chairman. Second.
Moved by Mr. Ravenel, second by Mr. McCaskill, that we pass the third reading. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Thank you so much. Item number 5 is an ordinance, and we have several ordinance second readings. And item number 5 is an ordinance to amend Orangeburg County Code of Ordinance, Chapter 20, Health and Sanitation, Article 2, Regional Medical Center of Orangeburg and Calhoun Counties, Division 1, generally, and Division 2, Executive Committee, Powers and Governance. Madam Attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As we all know, the county, the 2 counties, Orangeburg County and Calhoun County, are leasing the medical center now to MUSC. And as part of the changeover from the county system to MUSC, one of the requirements that Gilda Cobb Hunter recommended and was adopted was that there be a community advisory board during that transitional period. It has been reported to us by the hospital that the community advisory board has fulfilled all of its purposes, and also that Gilda Cobb Hunter agrees that it has fulfilled those purposes. So at this time, they would end the community advisory board and increase the membership on the hospital board itself for Orangeburg County. I believe 1 or 2 members. So it'll strengthen our voice on the actual board.
Thank you so much. Anybody have any questions on this? Can I get a motion, a second for second reading?
Second. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Cooper Smith, second by Mr. Lois Frazier for second reading on item 5 as displayed by the attorney. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And opposers? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Thank you. Item number 6, also second reading. This says for the consideration of a request from Willoughby and Tornzel E. Schuler to rezone property at 1320 1393 Myers Road in Orangeburg, tax map number 0182-13-12-014 from commercial general district to rural community district. Mr. Administrator. Mr. Administrator, you got that one?
Mr. Young?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Planning Commission met on August 13, 2025 to discuss the recommendations from Mr. Wilbur and Tonsil Schuler. They're requesting to go from commercial general to rural community. Site is made up of one parcel calculated 17.2 acres. Lot has access from Myers Road and secondary access from 5 Chop Road. The adjacent property owners were notified via U.S. mail. They were given the opportunity to submit comments electronically via email, by phone, in writing to the planning director or intending purpose in person. There was 1 citizen to express their support. During the meeting, there were 0 citizens that expressed opposition. Planning Commission presents this to you with a 6-0 approval.
Thank you so very much. Could I get a motion in a second?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Garvin, second by Ms. Frazier. All in favor of it, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Item number 7. Says for the consideration of a request from Matthews Sturmill to rezone property at 2212 Stead Park Road in Santee, South Carolina, tax map number 0307-02-077 and 0307-00-002-058 from residential single-family district to commercial general district. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Planning Commission met on August 13th to discuss the recommendations from Mr. Strimmel at 2212 State Park Road. They're requesting to go from single-family district to commercial general district for the purpose of an RV boat storage and propane refill station. Site is made up of 2 parcels that calculate 3.04 acres. Lot has access from State Park Road and secondary access from Acorn Lane. The adjacent property owners were notified by U.S. mail. They were given the opportunity to submit comments electronically via email, directly by phone, in writing, or to the planning director or attend the meeting in person. There were 6 citizens that expressed their support. There were 2 citizens that expressed their opposition to the request and 2 written oppositions. The Planning Commission presents this to you with a unanimous 6-0 approval.
Thank you, Mr. Administrator. Could I get a motion and second that we pass second reading on that?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Frazier and second by Ms. Walker or Ms. Ravenel that we pass that. Ms. Walker, all in favor of it, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Item 8 is an ordinance authorizing Orangeburg County to lease to the United States of America, Department of Agriculture, a portion of the property commonly referred to as 1550 Hemley Street in Orangeburg, tax map number 0173-13-12-004.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Orangeburg County is presenting this lease to you as we currently have and in the past leased space to the Department of Agriculture at the Henley Street location, which is known as the Ag Building. This is 1550 Henley Street. They're requesting at least 6,601 rentable square feet, and this will be paid for through the Department of Agriculture for use for office space, and the amount of the lease is $92,215.97 payable in 12 equal installments.
Thank you, Mr. Administrator. Any questions? Now, could I get a motion second for item 8?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Frazier and second by Mr. Garvin that we pass item 8 as explained by the Administrator. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Number 9 is an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee in lieu of ad valorem tax agreement and by Orangeburg County and a company known to the county as Project Edisto, including any related or affiliated entities and any sponsors, affiliates, to provide for payment of a fee in lieu of tax and certain special source revenue credit, authorizing the conveyance of real property from the county to Project Edisto and addressing other related matters. Madam Attorney.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We do have someone here with us today, Sierra Williams, who's the project manager for this project. And so I'm not going to go into too great a detail on it. You can ask her any questions that you may have. But basically, this is a company that is planning to invest $248 million and create 155 jobs. And we are on second reading. There's no clawback unless, and there's a clawback for some of the incentives that we give them if they don't invest $200,000 or more. So they've still $200 million or more, sorry. So they, to get all of their incentives, are gonna have to put in 200 million, but they plan on doing 248, and the jobs at a minimum contractually are 124. Again, they want to do 155, so they've just got a little leeway there. Any other questions, I would refer to Ms. Williams.
Thank you, Madam Attorney. Council have any questions for Ms. Williams? Thank you so very much. Can I get a motion and a second that we pass this?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Moved by Ms. McAllister, second by Ms. Walker, that we pass item 9 as explained by the attorney. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. There's 2 items on first reading by title only. This is item number 10. It's an ordinance authorizing Orangeburg County to purchase approximately 50 acres, more or less, of property located in Orangeburg from M&P Land LLC. Is that the administrator or the attorney?
Mr. Administrator.
Mr. Administrator.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The county is seeking to purchase this land in lieu of a project that we're working on with the federal government in order to establish the a facility for veterans. It's called the Nursing Veterans Facility. You might remember a while back we were awarded some grant funding in the future to be able to do this facility, and this is a part of that project.
Mr. Administrator.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us where in Orangeburg County this is going to be located?
Yes, ma'am. It would be a piece of property off of 5 Chop Road.
Any other questions? Could I get a motion and a second?
So moved, sir.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Cooper Smith, second by Mr. Louis Frazier. For first reading on item 10, as explained, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Item 11 is an ordinance authorizing execution and delivery of an amendment and restated solid waste service agreement with Three Rivers Solid Waste Authority to extend the term thereof through 2025, and also update the tonnage commitments and increase annual tipping fees, authorizing the issuance by the authority of its revenue bonds in the amount not to exceed $30 million to fund the construction of the new fairs and other matters related thereto.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The county of Orangeburg is a partner and one of the counties that are involved with the Three Rivers Solid Waste Authority, which we haul most of our garbage that we collect in Orangeburg County to Three Rivers Solid Waste Authority. The reason we joined that authority is because building level 1 class waste facilities that are required by DHEC to do that are very costly. And so several counties years ago chipped in to join the Three Rivers Solid Waste Authority to be able to make a place for all of the counties to be able to send their waste at. Right now, we receive the household garbage from the county at our landfill and transfer station, and then it is in turn transferred to the Three Rivers Solid Waste Authority over near Aiken. What they're in the process of doing now is they have to construct a new phase of that to continue to accept garbage from the county, and part of that requires them to do a bond to be able to do the construction. On the line with me are the bond attorneys if you have any questions about the bond or any more about the project.
If council, do y'all have any questions? This is a 9-county, I'm familiar with it. It's a 9-county consortium over there, Three Rivers. We were over there since 1994 with them. And they're about to build us, and they have to make sure that we qualify to get our right bond hearing or bond. We have to go up on the tipping fee to make sure that we be in line with that. But if anybody have any question, I'll yield to the attorney, and he can give you a synopsis on that. Ray and his associates is on the line. So, Ray, y'all want to add some things to that?
Mr. Chair, just very quickly, we will actually extend the agreement through 2050. So I want to make that clear, and I think you've hit it right on the head. We've got to build a new cell. We've got to finance that new cell, and we do that through service agreements with all the counties. So we will be visiting with each and every one of the counties that are members of Three Rivers Solid Waste Authority. Each will be asked to do the exact same thing, and this entire financing and the presentation of the revised service agreements to the counties was approved by the Three Rivers Board a couple of weeks ago.
Council, any of y'all have any questions that you want to ask about this?
Yes. Yes, sir. Will all counties contribute the same amount?
The counties all contribute according to the size, and we pay by the amount of garbage go over there. We pay the same amount, but all of them will have the tipping fee increased by the same amount. Is that right, Rick?
Yes, sir. That's exactly right, Chairman Wright.
Councilman McCaster, every year each county has to provide a based upon the year prior, they look at the tonnage requirements, and each county has an amount of tonnage that they send to Three Rivers, and that amount of tonnage is what we pay a specific fee to Three Rivers based upon tonnage. So each county's tonnage is different, but the proportionate cost of the upgrade will be split between all counties at a proportionate share based upon the tonnage that they send.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? No other questions? Thank you, Ray, and I appreciate both of y'all being on.
Yes, sir.
We'll move forward. Could I get a motion?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Garvin and second by Mr. McAllister that we pass. The item number 11, as explained by the attorney and the administrator, all in favor of it, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried.
Good evening. Thank you.
Thank you all. You have a good night.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is a planning commission resolution and orders and first reading. Item 12, says for the consideration of a request from Ashton Charleston Residential LLC to rezone property at Coach Road in Holly Hill, tax map number 0350-00-03-003 and -016 from Forest Agriculture District to residential single family district. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Planning Commission met on September 10th, 2025 to discuss the recommendations for Ashton Charleston Residential LLC on Coach Road. They're requesting forest and agriculture to residential single family for the purpose of a residential single family neighborhood. The lot is made up of 2 lots that is 240.28 acres. The lot has primary access from Coach Road and additional is provided secondary road from 20 Bay Road. And Old State Road is approximately 4.2 miles southeast of the town of Holly Hill. The adjacent property owners were notified by U.S. mail. They were given an opportunity to submit comments electronically, via email, by phone, in writing, or to the planning director in person. The notice of the information was also published in the T&D. There was 1 citizen that expressed their support requesting during the meeting. There were 2 citizens that expressed their opposition. Planning Commission, after public hearing and discussion, has made a motion and recommendation for your approval as 61 approval.
Thank you, sir. Any questions from the council? I get a motion second to pass item 12.
So move, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Ravenel and second by Ms. McCaster that we pass item 12 as explained. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Item 13 is first reading also, and it says for the consideration of a request from Orangeburg County to rezone property at Wally Road near Charleston Highway in Orangeburg, tax map number 0184-00-01-024 from Forest Agriculture District to Bendis Industrial District. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Planning Commission met on September 10th, 2025 to discuss those recommendations and requests from Orangeburg County to rezone property from Charleston Highway to forest agriculture, from forest and agriculture to business and industrial. Purpose of this is increasing the power site. The site is made up of 1 lot, 43.69 acres. The lot has primary access from Worley Road and it's approximately 3.7 miles southeast of the city of Orangeburg. Adjacent property owners were notified. They were given the opportunity to submit comments electronically, via email, call directly, in person, or in writing to the planning director, and it was published in the T&D. There were 0 citizens who expressed their support during the meeting, and there were 2 citizens who expressed their opposition and requested, and 1 written opposition. The Planning Commission, after the public hearing discussion, made a motion to recommend it to you with a 7-0 unanimous approval.
Thank you, sir. Any question? There are none. Could I get a motion and second to pass item 13?
So moved, sir.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Cooper Smith, second by Ms. McCaster, that we pass item 13 as explained. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Item 14 is also first reading, and it is for the consideration of a request from Orangeburg County to rezone property at 166 Kirby Lane in Orangeburg. Tax map number 0171-00-05-003 from Commercial General District to Bendis Industrial District. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Planning Commission met on September 10th, 2025 to discuss the recommendations from Orangeburg County for 166 Kirby Lane. They were requesting to go from commercial district to business industrial for the purpose of increasing the Orangeburg County power site. The site is made up of 1 lot. It's 0.79 acres. The lot has primary access from Kirby Lane, which is Orangeburg Highway 4407. It's approximately 0.86 miles from southeast of the city of Orangeburg. Adjacent property owners were notified via U.S. mail. They were given an opportunity to submit comments electronically, via email, by phone, in writing to the planning director, or meeting in person. It was published in the T&D. There were 0 citizens that expressed their support. There were 0 citizens that expressed opposition. Planning Commission presents this to you with a 7-0 approval.
Thank you, Mr. Administrator. Any questions? Can I get a motion and second to pass first reading on item 14, please?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Frazier and second by Ms. McAllister that we pass item 14, first reading. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, motion is carried. Item 15 is also first reading for the consideration of a request from Orangeburg County to rezone property at Roseville Road, tax map number 0171-00-04-002 from Forest Agriculture District to Business Industrial District. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Planning Commission met on September 10th, 2025 to make those recommendations from Orangeburg County to rezone property on Roseville Road from Forest and Agriculture to Business Industrial for the purpose of increasing the power site. The site is made up of 3.14 acres of one lot that is 43.64 acres. The lot has primary access from Roseville Road and is 0.86 miles southeast of the city of Orangeburg. Adjacent property owners were notified via U.S. mail about the meeting. They were given the opportunity to submit comments electronically by phone, in writing, to the planning director, attending person, and the meeting notice was put in the T&D. There were 0 citizens that expressed their opposition, and there were 0 citizens that expressed their support. The Planning Commission presents this to you with a unanimous 7-0 approval.
Thank you, Mr. Administrator. Any questions for him? Could I get a motion and second for item 15, please?
So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Mr. McAllister and second by Ms. Frazier that we pass item 15 as explained. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Thank you. Item 16 is also first reading. It said for the consideration of a request from Orangeburg County to rezone property at 116 Wildaway Lane in Orangeburg, tax map number 0171-00-05-004 from Commercial General District to Business Industrial District. Mr. Administrator.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Planning Commission met on September 10th to discuss the recommendations from the rezone property at Wildaway Lane from business industrial to from commercial general to business industrial for the purpose of increasing the size of the power site. The site is made up of one lot that's 5.05 acres, has access from Wildaway Lane, which is also accessed by Kirby Lane. It is approximately 0.86 miles southeast of the city of Orangeburg. The adjacent property owners were notified about the Planning Commission. They were given the opportunity to submit comments via email, by phone, to submit in writing to the planning director and attending person, and it was published in the T&D. There were 0 citizens that expressed their support. There were 0 citizens that expressed their opposition to the request. The Planning Commission, after public hearing and discussion, made a motion for the recommendation for approval by 7-0.
Thank you, sir. Questions? Get a motion and second. Pass item 16.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Frazier and second by Ms. Walker that we pass item 16 as explained. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion carried. Item 17 is for the consideration to amend the text of Chapter 36 Subdivision and Land Development Regulations, Section 36-83-C, fees. Madam Attorney?
That is not me.
That's not you. Mr. Administrator, that's you?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. The Planning Commission met on September 10th to discuss the recommendations from Orangeburg County to amend the zoning ordinance for preliminary plan specification. It is a change with the current fees have been in effect since 2013 with no changes. Amendment will bring the permit fees more in line to the current development. Notice was placed in the T&D. There were citizens were given an opportunity to submit comments electronically via phone. There were 0 citizens that expressed their support, 0 citizens that expressed opposition. Planning Commission approved this by 7-0 approval.
Mr. Administrator, before I think all 3 of those are pretty close to the same situation, so could I take all 3 of those, Madam? So I just explain item 18, which is the same thing as zoning fees, and item 19 is fees. So just explain all 3 of them, and I'll ask for a motion to pass items 17, 18, and 19.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Planning Commission also met on September 10th to make recommendations, request from Orangeburg County to amend the zoning ordinance for finals as-built plan application. The current fees have been in effect since 2013 also. Amendment will bring the fees in line with the current development. Additionally, we consolidate the fee schedule into one place. The public notices were given and submitted to the T&D. The citizens were given an opportunity to submit comments electronically, via email, call directly by phone, and writing to the planning director or attend the meeting in person. There were 0 citizens to express their support, 0 citizens expressed opposition. Planning Commission presents this to you with 7-0 approvals. Next item is the same thing with the Planning Commission met on September 10th. Discussed the recommendation. This time is for required permits and certification fees. Same fees and certifications have been in place since 2013 with no changes. Amendment will bring our permits up to line with the current development. The public notice for the information was submitted to the T&D. Citizens were given opportunity to submit comments electronically, via email, call directly by phone, or attend the meeting in person. There were 0 citizens that expressed their opposition, 0 citizens that expressed your support. Planning Commission again presents this to you with a unanimous 7-0 approval.
Thank you so very much. And any questions from council on either one of these items? I know all the background information was in there, so can I get a motion and second for passing items 17, 18, 19?
So move, Mr. Chair, for 17, 18, and 19.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Frazier, second by Ms. Walker for 17, 18, 19 as explained. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Thank you. Item 20 is a resolution, and this is a resolution authorizing Orangeburg County to participate in the Sandoz settlement and secondary manufacturer settlement. Madam Attorney, this is yours.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this would be, Sandoz would be the 4th settlement, and the secondary manufacturers would be the 5th settlement on the opioid litigation. We refer to it as the opioid litigation, but there are separate cases that are filed in different courts that are group cases, and in order to participate in the settlement, you can't just tell your counsel, yeah, that's what we want to do. You got to sign a participation form, and so that was what was included in your packets. And it basically says, as to these particular defendants, you'll take whatever the mediator decides they're going to give you, or you won't get anything. And so anyway, our opioid litigation counsel is Williams & Williams, and they have recommended that we sign the participation forms and authorize the county to participate in the settlements.
Thank you, Madam Attorney. Any questions for the attorney on this? Can I get a motion and second to pass item 20? Moved by Ms. Cooper Smith, second by Ms. Frazier, that we pass item 20 as explained by the county attorney. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Next item on the agenda is an official action. And this is setting of the millage for the tax year 2025. I yield to the administrator.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. As stated when we passed the budget earlier for the tax year, we're setting the millage based upon the budget that was presented to council earlier in the tax year for 2025. As far as the percentage of change for the general fund, it would be 3.5, additional capital improvement 0, debt service -2, solid waste 3.5, special education 0, fire district 0 for a net change of 5 mills. On the other special funds for the New Brooklyn Lighting District, it would be 0. Empire Estates Lighting is a -1.7. Brookdale Lighting District would be no change. Whitaker Lighting District would be no change. Creekmore Lighting District is -3. Fox Run Lighting District is -1.8. And Northwood Estates Lighting is a new district that will be charged for the first time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Administrator. Council, if no question, I would appreciate a motion and a second to accept the recommendation.
So moved,
Second.
Moved by Ms. Cooper Smith and second by Ms. Frazier, that we accept the setting as explained by the attorney, by the administrator. So all in favor, please ignore by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it and the motion is carried. Next item on the agenda is a sole source justification. That's the Axon Enterprise, Inc. And I will yield to the administrator to explain this sole source.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Orangeburg County is presenting a sole source justification on behalf of the Orangeburg Sheriff's Department, Orangeburg County Sheriff's Department, which currently utilizes the Axon body-worn cameras, tasers, weapons, drones under this agreement with Axon Enterprises. The current agreement is approaching renewal. The body-worn cameras, tasers, drones, and weapons are supporting software proprietary projects only to Axon, and to continue with the current vendor, the county has to preserve the investments of the hardware and software. So we're presenting this to you as a sole source procurement because of the fact if we did not go with Axon, we'd have to change to a whole nother provider for the body cameras, and Axon has proven to be the staple in that. And this is paramount to the community safety and transparency to make sure that we have body cameras and to have the tasers to give the officers a non-lethal opportunity to take care of our community and the drones as well. This procurement is in the amount of $2 million, $2,088,289.12. Sorry about that.
And it's over a 5-year period, right?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any questions?
Yes, do all of our deputies have body cameras?
Yes, ma'am. All of the uniformed officers have body camera. I'm not sure about investigators, but I know all of the uniformed officers do.
Are they automatically activated that you know of, or is that a question you asked there?
I'm pretty sure they are automatically activated with the software that we're purchasing.
We have, Deputy McClinton, Chief Deputy McClinton.
Yeah, he can answer those. Thank you, Councilwoman.
Yes.
Good evening, Chair, Council. Yes, all uniform and investigators do have, we have 105 on the last contract. This will put us at 125, so we have a 5-year where we can upgrade and do some hiring, so we won't have to take, right now we're at a point of 105, so we have to take, like command staff is losing theirs, so we can fit the bill.
How are they activated though? Are they activated by blue lights or?
If I pull up on the scene with you and your body cameras on, mine will automatically come on, or blue lights, and even the transparency with us and the city. So we get out with the city and their Axon camera is on, it will also activate ours.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I get a motion second that we pass this.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Mr. McAllister and second by Ms. Frazier that we pass the sole source justification as explained by the administrator and the deputy. So all in favor of it, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Next item is appointment of board and commission adjustment code enforcement officer animal service appointment.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Lily A. Nettles is being presented to you as a code enforcement officer for Orangeburg County. And if you approve so, she will have the duties thereof of a code enforcement officer for Orangeburg County.
Any questions? Did I get a motion second that we accept that appointment as explained by the administrator?
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Frazier, second by Ms. Walker, that we accept code enforcement officer appointment as explained by the administrator. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposers? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Next item on the agenda is an update, and I'll yield to the Public Works Committee Chairperson, Mr. Ravenel, for that update.
Yes, and I may have to refer back to our attorney, but we had a lengthy discussion this afternoon about the waste tire. And on our agenda, Public Works agenda, we had a waste tire situation that we discussed. And we had a number of items discussed, situations, things we have, and what you may propose. I think I was told that it may come later down the road, we have to create an ordinance after we come to some conclusion of the situation. So we leave it at that. Madam Attorney, you want to add something to that?
The only thing that I would add is that the Public Works Committee needs to schedule another meeting to continue the work. And I would not recommend that for the next time y'all meet, but for a month from now.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so very much. Okay, it's, the council starting to left and come this way. Have any comment before we call for adjournment?
Yes, sir. I just want to make the public aware and to also educate about numerous care homes who are in the county, basically serving to help individuals. Many of them are doing very well and doing what they're supposed to do, but we have some businesses who are basically exploiting adults. I spoke with a young lady the other day, and she's disabled, and she's being charged $1,000 for a bedroom in a home. So I want to make the public aware, if they see something and they think it's not right, call law enforcement. Reach out, say something, because we had one residence that had no power and had rigged the house up so that the individuals could have power. And that was a fire hazard all day, every day, and no one was there to tend to the individuals. So when we have situations like that, they don't want law enforcement to have to come in. We know they're there. We want the public to be aware. We also want the public to say something if they see something. Call law enforcement. Let somebody know what's actually going on.
Thank you, Ms. Walker. It's definitely something good to know. We need to take away of it.
Just want to invite everybody out for Railroad Days, which will be coming up in probably about 2 weeks, September the 26th, which is a Friday, and September the 27th, which is a Saturday. The parade starts at 9 a.m. Everybody's welcome. We'd love to see everybody in the place. Thank you, sir.
I would like to congratulate Antonio Williams. He's not in here, but he received the Litter Award at the 2025 Litter Conference this year. In October, next month, is the fall cleanup month for, litter cleanup month for Orangeburg County. So call law enforcement, code enforcement, ask for litter control, ask for the number, get your bags, your trash bags, your grabbers, your vests, put your boots on and clean up Orangeburg County.
Say boots on the ground.
Yeah, boots on the ground. That's an old military term. Put your boots on the ground, let's clean up Orangeburg County.
Thank you. Mr. Garland. Frazier.
This is one time I have nothing to say.
Oh, you said enough already. You've spoken already.
No comment, no comment.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Administrator?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. First of all, I'd just like to thank you for the opportunity to be administrator in the county for accepting me. I also just wanted to let you know, in light of the presentation from the school district, a lot of times it's often said when you talk about education, and I just want the community to know that I'm a proud graduate of Edgehill High School 1990, came up all the way through Orangeburg County School District, and that is something that provides the foundation for my education in the role that I play as county administrator. And just wanted to let individuals know that there are a lot of individuals out there in our community that are doing, striving, and running things in our community that have the base of their education come from Orangeburg County School District. And the more we let that be known, the more individuals will take part and be a part of it, so that we can take the next generation of young people from this community, that they can in turn come back and be leaders in this community and for this county. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Oh, and one more other thing, just to note for the citizens and for the record, just be noticed that the Orangeburg County Council, as they have always done, tonight just to pass $2 million worth of expenses to provide for our sheriff's department to make this community safe in addition to the regular budget that they already have as far as with these body cameras. So to let this community know that safety is a priority within the community, Orangeburg County Council have stepped up to do their part. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now I got something to say.
You can say something, you don't pass through when you're wrong now.
Well,
Go ahead.
you know, Harold talked about the school district here in Orangeburg, and I want you guys to know that I too am a proud product of Orangeburg District. I don't want to say Orangeburg District 5, but the district here in Orangeburg with our education and stuff. My whole family, all of us went to school here in Orangeburg from kindergarten, no, pre-promo, that's what it was back then. Yeah, pre-promo on up to high school, then on up to college and everything right here in Orangeburg. And I'm proud to say that I'm a bulldog too.
All right, who. Gotcha. Anybody else, everybody good? Okay, thank you all so very much for your patience and coming to our meeting tonight. The old folks say, come again. Can I get a motion and second for adjournment?
Second.
So move.
Moved by Mr. Garvin and second by...
That was a fault of the mouth, not